Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, something is happening. Something is happening. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hello, people.
Hey guys, welcome to my
Hello,
YouTube channel,
people.
Simracing. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Simracing.
Okay, that seems to work. Okay, that seems to work. Hi guys. Let's get to work. Or at least try. Took me only 3 hours to get the stream going. Okay, what session do I need? Let's recreate the settings that I had on the server yesterday. We probably want something like 3 p.m. That was probably not that much. More like this. And needs to be practice. There you go. Oh, don't forget the gloves. You gotta tell me if the streams are running well. I'm testing Restream so I can go to different platforms at the same time. So I'm not entirely sure how smooth this is running. Let's see. What did we use yesterday evening? Probably. Oh, the track's a bit warm. Should bring the temperature down just a tiny bit for the session before I actually get going. Yesterday was always between 32, 35 degree on track, so just makes sense to recreate that. For whatever reason, if I set up 26, it becomes 29. ACC things. Okay, let's see how this goes. Optimum was, yeah, most of the time. I can read the chat while driving, so type away. Yeah, that temperature looks fine. Load, save right away. I'm actually gonna make setups for every 2 degree or so for that race. And that's probably the only thing I want to change. So I really gotta get driving full fuel. That's what we're gonna need for that race. It's not actually 20 min, but 1 hour. That's what we gotta do. Brakes are right. Let me see, the brake ducts looks fine.
Green light, give it all you can.
I also gotta check PC performance while streaming. Yesterday we had the test race in ACC, and well, the server admins were constantly screaming to the people to stay double file, stay double file. Please guys, please. So yeah, you can tell people weren't really following the rules. Oops, first lap is a bit cold on the brakes. Checking the frames look alright to me. Car seems pretty oversteery with full fuel. Probably need a change there. Just have to know which one. Yesterday definitely had the problem that the pressures were kind of off front and rear, so I have to adjust this now for the race ahead. Can someone type something in the chat just so I can see if my overlay is working that I'm using? Very weird. Always have that issue in ACC when you're online, or I don't know. Even though I have 120 frames, I still kind of have lags, or at least it feels like it. So target times are probably low 48s. That seems a bit fast right away. So I guess the server yesterday had a little more, or a little less grip than the offline session I'm doing right now. Bit oversteering on entry. Same issues yesterday. I thought it was the pressures, but it seems to be something else because the pressures are actually fine all around now. So I guess it's the fuel load. Oops. Okay, so pressures are a bit on target, but probably still want to have a little more. Well, now the car becomes more stable, kinda. So maybe it's just initially, when the pressures haven't built yet, that the balance is not the best. Now it's kind of alright. Before 1 hour race, kind of error prone still. Might want to have a little more stability in it. Okay. Yeah, that's very understeery actually on power. Need to change that if possible. Could be the temperature of the tire. I guess it's more down to balance. Times are a bit quick, I have to say. And braking is a bit bad, I have to say. Okay, I guess that sorts the pressures. They're not moving anymore, so I can make changes now. Which gives me the chance to take a look at the stream actually. Oh boy, that's appalling quality. Is that what the stream looks like? No, that's not good. That is not good. No. That does not work. Shit show. That is a shit show. Can I go back in the stream? That is way too little frames. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, now. Now the chat is appearing, that's something. But that's YouTube, and YouTube seems to be down for me, is it? Okay. YouTube seems alright. How are the frames, Max? Tell me. Because when I watch the stream, seems like there are some frames being skipped or anything. Which is pretty much unacceptable, I'd say. So, need some adjustments. Oh yeah, I can't handle the bitrate. It's probably because too many people are using the internet. So, let me just decrease the bitrate a bit, maybe. Maybe that sorts things. Low latency doesn't really matter. It's fine. But it looked weird when I was watching. Let me just reduce it a tiny bit. Because OBS shows me that it kind of can't keep up the bitrate for some reason. Anyway, how were the pressures? So that can probably take a click more. This can take 2 more around that. But then the overall balance was a bit off. I have to say, oh, I'm showing way too much information here. So that was 33 degree now. Why does the weather change? That's terrible. I need different conditions. Can't work like that. fine, he says. Disabled. Now we're talking. Okay. Back to the track. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Is that actual 60 frames? Doesn't look like it when I look at the stream. Just looks a bit less. Anyway, we wanted to test mainly. So that is all too much information. So let's test balance once more.
Give it all you can.
Maybe I should use the nice picture roll that I prepared. I always feel the game is, even though the frames are stable, there are those micro lags, and it's pissing me off. Let's try the full screen then. Just have to bring up the chat once more. There you go. No, that's not the chat. That's the chat. Looks fine now. Guess it's all placebo. Wow. Still kind of feel I can't attack the car as much as I would want to. Kind of rolling through the chicane. Kind of start suspecting the screen behind those micro stutters. No, looks like just the pressures alone seem to make the car way nicer to drive. Let's see when the temperature grows on the tire, if I still get this on the steer. Lap time's alright. If I do that on the race, in the race on Sunday, that's decent, I'd say. Should be enough for Amir. So pressures go a bit higher now. Looks like they could grow more though. It's interesting, I just changed the pressure by 1 click. But now it's actually 3 clicks higher, or 0.3 psi. Have to turn off traction control here. Not sure. Front tire definitely looks warm. Lap time is perfectly fine, but feel there's more time in the car if could sort a few of those issues. Right side of the car can take more pressure, definitely, still. Oh boy. I had that yesterday too. Just after a couple laps, I think that the tires get kind of a bit too warm, and then the car just becomes oversteery like hell. Especially the rears, apparently. And then, yeah. Okay, so the issue isn't only down to pressures. It's a couple more changes maybe. What a line. What an upshift. Okay, let's just this lap, and then I'll probably have to make a few changes. Yeah, this doesn't have the stability I'd like. Never had that.
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
Where does that come from? Okay, YouTube stream looks fine. Not sure about Twitch actually. It should be the same though. Jesus. Okay. So let me bring up those pictures for you. That's very good. Now I can make some setup changes meanwhile, which I think might be necessary. Right side, get a little bit of pressures. Left side, I don't think the issue is the pressures actually, it's something else. And that could well be down to the fuel. And the dampers maybe being a bit soft. Could try that. So we're looking still at that setup, save it. And then back for you to the game. Oh, bring up the chat. I also noticed yesterday during the test race that for 1 hour with a 65 kg brake isn't that easy. Let me try something. Okay, that made it worse. Okay, but at least I know what's happening. Again, the front just goes way too hot, quite way too fast. Okay, pressure's all around, at least the same. Which gives predictable behavior, definitely. But if it's predictably bad, it's not what we want to see. Stay away from that sandbox. The gearing is just that tiny bit too long for the car to be cool through the Desmos. Second is too short, third too long. Same here, pretty much. Lap time's alright still, but still seems like every corner I drive the car feels a tiny bit different. Does anybody understand the delta of ACC? It feels like every time I feel slow, I go green on the delta, and every time I feel fast, I go red. That's what I mean, the car just slides away sometimes, and then never comes back to me. That's what costs you a race. The inconsistency, not a mistake or so, just when the car is hard to drive. So I need to have to try something else for the last corner. That's where the rear often betrays me on entry. Chicanes are perfectly fine with a brake. Maybe for those where I go a bit deeper, I need to change the brakes a bit. Nope. Doesn't change the problem really. was better. Maybe I try that for a couple laps. Now it's only the front left getting warm, the left rear looks way better. Don't even know what I changed. Whoever's watching, you can chat, I read it. Okay, lap time seems fine. Now the car just understeers like crazy for no reason. It's so random. Need to try something here, I guess. Okay, so front pressure pretty much in the zone. I know when we're starting in the afternoon and the race might be time accelerator or so, then the track gets cooler. Wow. I think they changed something to the tire model. The car's way more like the whole grip level of the car is way more sensitive to temperature changes on the tires, I feel. Once you have one corner with a little slip, then the next one is going to be shit as well. I don't feel like it was a problem before, it's more like a recent thing. I don't think the Merc is odd. I think it's one of the easier cars in the game. Because the traction control is so forgiving, for example. And I'd say it's fast without much effort. Now I'm going slow for whatever reason. I know the tires have a slight drop off 3 laps in or so, but we are way past that. There's the oversteer again. Now the pressure starts to drop quite quickly. Car just changes every lap, every corner. Just a tiny bit, but that makes it difficult already. Okay, so after this lap, need to check back with the pits. Still not happy. Why the pressure leaving me right now on the left tire? It just doesn't make sense. Now it's drifting again. What a painful experience. Okay, I need to do one more just to check the pressures, attack the tire a bit. If it goes up again. I don't see why it's dropping now. Also, why do the right tires stay pressure-wise? Maybe I lost pressure with some curb. That would be an issue. I have motec running, I will check that in a minute. Okay, well, pace is alright. I think I have to change the driving a little when I'm out there with so much fuel. Just have to make the input a little more gentle. Being that close, like what the delta shows just now, behind the optimal lap, or behind the best lap from the beginning of the session, I think is fine. Let's see in mode. Where's my? Oh, that's why. So setup I'd say is alright. Let me. Oh, I have motec running. Give me a second, then go to motec for you as well. Does it? Yes. Let's go to the workspace and let's see what I just produced. This should be it. On that last run, when did I leave the pits? Oh, here, that was quite a bit. So I'm looking at the pressure. Where's the pressure? Up here. So, oh, there's a drop. Look at that. Now we found it. That is lab 12. So let's go to lab 12 full screen. And let's check on the track map. Where's my track report? Here. And where's the dot? Where's the red dot? Am I blind? Where's the car? Did I? I did mark that. Where is? Maybe I look differently. Where on the track report is the car? First corner, second corner. Oh! What? Wait, what? That's second Lesmo, and at the exit of that corner, I lose pressure on both left side tires. That's interesting. I thought it was over the curbs or the sausages, but it's actually here. That's completely puzzling me. I mean, there's nothing. There's literally nothing where the tire could lose pressure. I haven't been on the grass on the outside. Maybe let's see if that happens again somewhere. It does. And it's the same place. Okay, well, that definitely explains why the pressure has been going down. Let's check lap 13 then. That is weird. What does the temperature say? Very interesting. Very interesting. Where's the track report? Sorry. So again, entry of the second Lesmo, I lose pressure on the left side. I'll have to make a track walk actually. Wow, that is weird. So let's pause this. Does anybody know? That's the free cam. So I have to fly around a bit. Speed up. Where is the second Lesmo? That's a bit high. Nice track. Wait, getting a message. Several messages actually. Not important though. Where's the chat? Let me have the chat. Oh, chat always disappears when I go full screen. Let me just quickly go to that, and then I can have the chat overlay all the time. Sorry. Go to the replay again. Press pause. Press F7, and now we're flying to the Lesmos once more. So start finish. First chicane. Second chicane, first Lesmo, second Lesmo. Sorry, it's a bit fast. Okay, so I do lose tire pressure here somewhere. And the only thing I can imagine is here. But I have to say that doesn't look like there's much where the tire could fall into a trap or so. Here, exit of the curb maybe. It doesn't look too harsh. But then, since the pressure loss is somewhere here, shortly before I turn in, here is nothing, if you ask me. Does anybody see something here? I don't. Something is on the road here that kills my pressures. But I can't see it, to be honest. There's nothing here. Is that a bug? Or the texture maybe isn't in line with the 3D model? Interesting. So... Oh. You've all been watching motec the whole time. Sorry guys, I'll make this once more. You can see it now, I guess. You can't. You can now. So what I was just doing is flying through the track and going to the corner where I lose the pressure, which is somewhere. Here's the chicane there, and I thought maybe I lose the pressure here over that curb, but it looks super flat. So I wouldn't know where I lose pressure here, and then the data just shows in motec that we actually lose the pressure around here, and I can't see anything on the track around here. I would lose the pressure. That's a bit weird, I have to say. So let's go into the ground. There's no bump I can see or anything. It just randomly loses pressure driving along here. And I have no clue. I have no clue. So I have to watch if that happens again. Let's take a look at motec once more. And I actually built something. Also lose pressure here quite a lot. Also interesting. What's happening here? But I'm practiced, not in hot lap mode. Then we can see here that the pressure changes. And then I have no clue what gray means. What is gray? Why do I not have any? I have a feeling I'm onto something here. But I don't know what yet. There's nothing happening with the pressures. It's just a weird thing happening. But this here, this is freaking me out. Look there. That's where on the turn in, actually happens on turn in, that the pressure all of a sudden goes away from the left side tires. And then it goes from, what do we have here? Something like 27.8 down to 27.5, 6. So we're losing 0.2. It's really not good. Same for the rear tire, I suppose. Interesting. Okay, I know what's happening, but I don't know the cause yet. Let's check that point. Is there something happening to the dampers? Front left, yes, something is happening. And to the rear left, there's also something happening. So that could explain a few things, but I don't know why it's happening. Let's see the driving input. If I go to brake or throttle there, no. Traction control isn't active, ABS isn't active, so I'm not even braking there. Gear, nothing happening there. Steering is fine, that's the right corner. Straight. Wait, I need to confirm that we're in the right place here. This is the place. This is the place we're looking at. But the data doesn't... What's happening here? Something is wrong. Because that graph doesn't match that one. Because it shows I'm accelerating through, but I'm definitely slowing down and braking there. What is this? This should be the second Lasmo, is it? So, start finish, first chicane, second chicane, first Lasmo, second Lasmo. And now if we go to the pressure report, we are here. But the pressure loss is later. The suspension travel definitely happens there, so that will make sense. Damper velocity. And here something is... Oh, is it on the exit? I seriously don't understand. If anybody has an idea, this is the second last one. This is the slowest speed through the corner. This should be the apex. And then I'm accelerating out of the second Lesmo, and that's Ascari here. So, like the damper thing here shows something on the exit of the second Lesmo. So when I clip the grass on the outside, which would make perfect sense, but if I go to the track map, it shows the car in a different place. So what I probably need to do is have the track editor generate the track based on a different lap, because lap 3 might have been screwed. Let's take lap 13 then, regenerate the track, and let's see what... Ah, now things start to make sense. Motec is some wizardry. Found pressure laws. So, interesting. So, definitely have to avoid clipping the grass on the outside of the second Lesmo, because that is where I get pressure loss by about 0.2. 0.1, 0.2, depends on the tire. That needs to be avoided. Okay. That was difficult. Let's confirm one more time. Let's confirm one more time with the suspension. Now, where is my damper velocity here? So, exit. Oh, the damper is going really fast. Like 2000 millimeters per second. That's what? 1000 millimeters is a meter, right? So it's traveling at 2 meters per second for a split second. So what's that time frame? We're coming from 59.13 and 59.16. Okay, so for 300ths of a second, the tire is being accelerated really fast. There's some weird bump on the exit of that corner. And the same is happening again. Where else did I have the pressure loss? It was here, right? Ah, there, okay. It's even faster here. Look at that. 2,500. So maybe I have to adjust the damper a bit. Interesting stuff. Definitely. Am I, Bruno? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so exit second Lesmo, don't clip the grass. I think that's a lesson to take away here. And now I will test that on purpose, to be honest. Track temperature went down a bit, even though I was looking to have a stable session. Can I do time 0x in that game? Probably can't. That would be... No, I can just speed it up, can't have it slower. Unlucky. Time. No. Anyway, okay, so the pressures were alright in the beginning, but then the pressure loss probably didn't help. Had some issue, tiny issue with, yeah, that's good temperature. Let's load the setup. That was the one. Here's the game. But now, when I go to the setup, sorry, I have to block you out for a second. Because now it's competition, I can't share everything until Sunday, but I will afterwards, promised. So, that rebound. Let's try that a bit harder. And that should be softer. And then we just go, we'll change that permanently. And maybe I want to test that as well. Save that set as a second version. Be back in a second. full fuel and back to the track. Hello.
Go, go, go.
Let's go. So yeah, now I will heat the tires up 1 or 2 laps. And once I've done so, try to do a bad second Lesmo, because that apparently seems to get me rid of the air in the tire, which is a terrible thing. I'll read that on the straight, give me a second. That's a good question, Brun. It's hard to answer, really. Roughly speaking, the damper histogram. Shouldn't talk while driving. Anyway, the damper histogram gives you an indication of where you want to be, but it's not like the final solution to your setup to get that thing right. Especially on, say, very bumpy tracks or so, it's probably not the way to go to have it look like the classical bell curve. And then for tracks like Monza, where you go straight for a very long time, you probably want the middle to be a little higher as normally. So yeah, it depends a bit on the track, definitely. And definitely also depends on the car. Because the mid-engine cars, for example... Okay, I wanted to do that next lap, not this one. Especially on the mid-engine cars, you want the rear to be not as pronounced as on the front tires, for example. So it's got to all look a little more flat. And I have to add, this is not from experience how real cars should be, but just how it turns out to drive nicely in ACC. So I have no clue if that's actually the way to go. Okay, lap times. Should focus a bit on lap time to make it representative, really. Impossible to cool the fronts, insane. I mean front left, of course. Front right's perfectly fine. Okay, so 1 normal lap, so we have a proper reference in terms of time. That looks better. This is how the lap times I would expect, I think. And next lap I'm gonna try to nice turn in. That's terrible oversteer.
By the way, this has been your personal best.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bruno. I mean, not sure it actually helps, but I say what I can. I thought I was losing the air here, but apparently it's the exit here. There. Ah, yeah, now I found the point. I know exactly where it is. I'm pretty sure I just lost pressure. I didn't spot it on the tire app yet, but I will check in motec in a second. Okay, what's that interesting car behavior?
We've got some light damage on the front.
Anyway, let's check motec. Let's load the new file in, which is here. Tire pressure. Oh no, it didn't record the lap. That's. I just. Where's my bar? Yeah, didn't happen yet. I have to drive a lap for that. Sorry. Need to finish the lap in ACC for the data to appear in the file. Sorry, so I'll just shortcut here. Just have to get across the finish line. And just because we have the chance, I'll just do it again. Here. There. I can even feel it in the wheel. There's this tiny, I know, tiny hit I get in the wheel when I go over that part. I'll show you the part in a second that I suspect. Come on, car. Oops. Okay, now we can check. Return to the garage, yes. Now switch to motec, load the file once more. Let me just double check if you're seeing motec. Yes, you are. Sorry for the auto widescreen, because Oh, maybe if I... Now you can see it better, can you? Yeah, that's more like it. Say something, and then I can help you. So, what am I looking for this lap? Exactly. Here's the pressure loss, so that's the exit of the second Desmo. Perfect. I could even... What did I lose? I went from 28 flat to 28.7, so I lost 0.3 on the front left and 0.2 on the left rear. So I certainly know where that's happening. You see it? Up here? There you go. And now I show the part on track where that is happening. And back to ACC, to the replay. Maybe we can actually go there. 5 seconds later, another 5. And another 5. Where's the camera? What a camera. We just see the end of it. Let's go 1 second back or 2. Fly big speed slow, change camera. There you go. And now I think it's this part here. Did I put it back on ACC? Here, this part. This is where it's happening. Not here. No, 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 no. This is all fine. This is just grass. Even the car is jumping, but it's here, over those edges. There. Or I think here it's worse. There, I think. Because that seems to be a bit of a hole. Let's go back once more and hold the whole thing in pause there, and then zoom in with the camera a bit. Like this. Now I can move around. Cheers. A bit faster maybe. Come on. Isn't that interesting? So it doesn't look like a bump or so, but apparently it is. So let's go to maybe not too low, like this. Let's see if that works. Does anybody know how to bring up the menu of that camera? Shh, I forgot. Damn it. Then let's just aim for the tire and see what that is doing. Like this. This is probably alright. So slow speed we can have. That's a bit too fast already. Let's go back. That looks really odd, I have to say. Let's look at how fast the tire goes up and down. Maybe we can see something. So into the grass now. Does move there. Doesn't seem too severe. And now when we go back onto the tarmac, I expect some... There was some harsh movement. And oh, there I missed it. One last time. I do it like this. So over the grass again, and now back onto the Astro turf. I don't think it's happening there. There's some compression going on, and then there, I expect the second one right now. There it extends, and then it gets compressed harsh. That seems to be the point. So that's what I have to avoid, I think. That's definitely what I have to avoid. Okay, so that's sorted. Let me block you out for a second. I would show you more screenshots, but OBS only allows me to use 6. And it's non-fixable. It's deep within the app. It's not that they limit this. It's just a programming error, so to say. I think that didn't help me much. I think that didn't help me much. I might just want generally a bit more stability in the car from that. Let's try it that way. That also did not help. What do you mean by close, Dennis? Like go stiffest or go softest? I hope I'll have low latency, so your answer's going to be there in a few seconds. Speed it up, Dennis. Come on, tell me. Stiffest. I will do. But why the rebound? Why not the compression? So you. Oh, I get you. I get it. Don't say anything. Just don't. I'll drive and test it if I survive and get to that point. You can see that, but Dennis is definitely insulting me on Steam message. Though he has a point. Gotta have friends to tell you the truth. Thanks. Looks like a public server here. Oh yeah. Yes. Nice understeer. I do it in the second lap. I just want to build the pressure first, so it's not down to the tire being too low pressure or anything. I can tell you the car drives a little shit now with the stiffest rebound setting. Let me go to fuel saving though. Oh. Yeah. Quite a moment. How's that in the real car, Dennis? If you change settings, do you get distracted? Terrible understeer now, but yep. We take it for the test. Did that just go through the cockpit? Oh, there, it's still flying. Did I hit it? I will try once more, just to be sure so we have the data right. Side effect, the understeer is crazy. Turn in is shit. I'll cut first corner so we get there quicker. That's a fast corner now. Let me try to fuck up more naturally. Oh no, I have to finish the lap, else the data isn't there. Sorry. So for everybody who just joined, we're trying to solve an issue where the tire all of a sudden loses pressure on the exit of the second Lesmo. And I think it's pretty clear that we lost it over, or I lost it over, well, the end of the curb when I left the track earlier. So when I'm coming from the grass back on the track, I lose pressure in the tire. And now we're just trying to find out how to fix it. So Dennis was suggesting to make the rebound as stiff as it gets. So we can see if it's the spring or if it's tire flex or something like that. And while doing that, I was testing something else. Let me quickly go to the setup page. Yeah, okay, so that doesn't really give me the top speed. Okay, back to motec then. Let me just check if you can see it. You can. Now let me reopen the new file, remove the old, go to the final lap that we just did. Interestingly, we don't have the pressure problem here now. We don't have it on the lap before. So by changing what do you mean tech support? Dennis saying something? Oh, whatever. So now with the stiffest setting on the, well, it doesn't happen at all anymore, but it did happen here. There. That was with the normal dampers I was running, and this is the same part on the track with the stiffest rebound. So we could probably just go to the replay again now. Let me just check that and see how the tire behaves over. Oops, let's go. Oh, just a tiny bit behind. Almost nailed it. Pause. Slowest speed. Go a little closer and change camera once I pause. So let's see if it does happen there. Or so if I get this right now, with the stiffest rebound damping, the tire does not extend over the. Oh yeah, I think it's actually visible. You can see that the tire relaxes. Let's go a bit further back. That's a bit too far away, but yeah, sorry. Let's see what we can spot. So I will pause once we go back onto the AstroTurf. And now over that next hole here. Tire still extends and then the tire still gets compressed, but doesn't seem as much maybe. Very hard to judge from this kind of video footage, I have to say. That's the best I can do to see the tire movement. But maybe we should just check in motec. Here it extends a bit later, maybe. And then it doesn't get get the hard hit that we got before. So that means back to motec. Back to that point in time, we were in that last lap here, because it was happening here, usually. That's the second Lesmo. Stop texting me, Dennis. We can probably see that in the suspension travel, I was going to say. Damper velocity. That looks a lot better, because before, where it was still happening, second Lesmo here, that was the speed exit second Lesmo, where we went up to 2000 something millimeters per second. And now if we go, that's 3022 meters into the lap. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Let's check on that lap. 3022, same point in time. Nothing. But that's wrong. So for some reason it's less. Why is this so up in that game? Because that's not the right part. Oh yeah, we cut the track, that's why. We didn't cut the track here, so maybe there's more representative. First corner, second, Lesmo. No, it's just different. 3022, that's where it was happening, around here. Yes. So it's still happening, but it's not as exaggerated as it was before, not as pronounced. Cute track. Cut track or cute track? So yeah, we definitely slowed that movement of the suspension there. That's for sure. And that seems to help with not losing pressure at that moment in time, whereas we were losing it there. There. That's where it happened. Okay, so let's see if we can get the damper back working while also mitigating that issue. I was going to test different stuff, but now this is occupying my time, so. Where's Dennis? I need a lesson in motec probably. Back to that. I'll change the setup back a bit. It's getting out of hand, Dennis. But I hear you. I hear you, man. So, bump stiffest on the left side. Let's take it to the track. Hope you can see. Yes, you can. ACC is windowed now, but okay, never mind. I do it right away now. It's oversteery, but it doesn't drive horrible. The front is actually really nice. Oh, I have to finish the lap, sorry. turn is really good, but the rear kinda doesn't want to. I was thinking that maybe when we're starting in the morning and the pressure rises towards noon, I can just cut the track on the outside there and lose a bit of pressure. And then start with a little more than I would normally do. So back to motec. Just have to double check. Open the newest data. There you go. Check the latest lap. Parking in the pits for quite some time there. Acceleration, chicane, second chicane, first Lesmo, second Lesmo, second Lesmo, exit. Let's move a little further, sorry. So definitely no pressure loss here as well, I'd say. And then yeah, I wonder if it's down to the tire model and the 5-point detection thing that they have, and maybe just if you hit the curb or the track back at a weird angle when coming from the grass, that the detection point is kind of in a weird place for some reason, and then you just accidentally so exit second Lasmo is here. Sorry guys. So yeah, front left. I did the same on the rear left, so we still have movement that direction. What was the first the lap before where we did it? Just to compare those. Now, that will be tricky to lay both over one another. Where are the Lesmos? This looks more like it. I'll do a little offset just so we can. It looks pretty similar if you ask me. Doesn't it? Like almost look. Wait, am I looking at the same lab maybe? Yes. Of course it looks the same. What am I doing here? Why is my brain not working? So this is what we could compare. But now I lost track of which data is which. What a mess. Get your data sorted, guys. Helps your ship load to understand it. But I guess the white one now should show the lap before with just a rebound dampers hard. And now the colored stuff shows the data when the bump damping was the hardest. So what we see is, I don't know, what do we see? It's similar. I'd say it's very similar. The only difference is in the other direction. So we can be a little more closer with a lab that has the pressure loss. Let's go back to 1 where that happened. And it wasn't, second Lesmo here, wasn't here. Was it here? Where was the last time I had pressure loss? Here. So let's again check the damper velocity, and it's so whatever up means. What does up mean? Let's check with the travel. I think that tells us better. So the right height goes down, so on the upwards movement, is it? I'm just trying to match the pressure loss with the movement of the suspension. So on the left front, happening there, and travel once more. Okay, so that point in time, exactly there, very close. There. Can't get any closer than that, really. That's down to the thousandths now. Let's go to the suspension travel, and then the suspension starts to go up. So the tire moves towards the car, towards the chassis, and the ride height decreases to 0. So it's on the upwards movement of the suspension. Does that make sense? Oopsie. So once the car hits that part, whatever that is on the track, maybe I don't need that cable. So this is where it extends, and then it compresses when it gets back on the track. So we should see at this very part on the lap with very hard rebound damping that this movement is not happening. So chicane, Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, right? Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, and there's all the suspension movement happening. Still goes down there. Help! Help! But we don't have the pressure lister, right? Anyway, okay. I really need to get back to the initial testing, which now means getting the setup right for different temperatures. So let me get back to the setup. Load whatever I got before. Maybe just make the dampers a little harder for those kind of scenarios, so don't exaggerate it as much as we did like right now. And we probably only need it on the left side. Yeah, I'll try to change some things in the setup to make it work. Maybe if we make the question, maybe if we make the bump stop range softer, could that help to just give the suspension a little more travel? Probably not, does it? Because it's when the tire hits in the first place. So yeah, it's got to slow the suspension a bit more and then see if it's still happening. That would mean, so it's a yes. So let's make the bump stop rate a little softer on the left side. And let's see if that helps more. Pressures were fine. Now we go. Yeah, I'm just making tiny changes, so maybe there's a sweet spot where not the whole car is sacrificed. Dennis, could you do me a favor and load my Twitch channel, which is Twitch TV/Nylon, written the old way with a 1 instead of the I. And just see if the quality is the same as here on YouTube. That would be perfect. Cheers. I'll do one more lap and see if I still have the issue. Oops, that is oversteering now. Better hurts. What do you mean better hurts? Frames? The thing is, I'm streaming to, there should be an overlay somewhere, Restream, and that platform redistributes to YouTube and Twitch. Okay, I'll try to screw the exit of the second Lesmo once more. That can explain why my test race yesterday's my balance shift was so severe. Maybe I just had the pressure loss on the fronts. I definitely don't have the hit in the force feedback anymore, but the car drives shit, to be honest. Oh, gotta finish lap, sorry. Funny. Okay, one final look at the data, and what am I doing? So motec, alt tab, go to motec, delete that outing, get the new one. So first chicane, second, first Lesmo, second Lesmo, exit second Lesmo. Let's look for pressure loss. Not happening. Definitely no pressure loss happening. Damper velocity still going high up to, well, 2000 something again. So just a few clicks. I think I did like 1 or 2 clicks. Yeah, I did the same to the rear, of course. I'm not that dumb. Thank you. So anyway, yes, it's still definitely still happening here. With just tiny changes to the dampers. So we either go all the way with the dampers to avoid that, or not go over that section of the track. Just wonder why we didn't lose, or why I didn't lose pressure, because that's perfectly fine here. Weird. Maybe did a lap before. Let's check that. We were in the pits for long. Accelerated out of the pits. Chicane, Lesmo, Lesmo. Right there. Oh, there's a pressure loss before. Check that. Exit check second chicane, left front. Also can happen there. How much do we lose from 0.1? So there's many places apparently on the track where you can lose pressure, which is super annoying. Alright. I don't know. Dennis, you fine with when I keep streaming? Then you can just join me in Discord. And then we can go to the server practice there, if you want. So yeah, while the pressure loss is not happening in that place, the damper movement is still happening. Suspension travel, where is it? Is still happening. ride height is going... Wait, is that the right place? Should be. Doesn't look as nasty here. Yeah, basically. Okay, anyway, I think I should focus more on driving because my initial target was to prepare the car for various temperatures that we can have on track. So let's close motec for now. Go back to that, load my initial setup, and then do a final run with it. See how temperatures and pressures evolve. Go from there. Let me just make a few clicks here that could allow something. And now back to actually prepare for the race because that got annoying. Dennis, let me quickly... Oh geez, there's so many chats going on. Let me call you. Nice, I'm not hearing anything. Why is that?
Hello.
Hello, I do hear you.
Nice.
Welcome to the stream.
I'm so proud to be here.
Yeah, I can tell. Pure excitement in the voice.
It's one of the high points of my life, so yeah. Very
That's as many viewers as you ever got in GT racing, right?
pretty much.
Am I?
About
Yes, talk.
about 1,000% of people that follow me on Instagram and Twitter, so
1,000.
at least.
So, do I try to set up the server so we can drive there? Or do we just
Sure.
go single player?
No, I can probably join in. Give me 3 minutes to. I have to call you on the other one.
Yeah, and I have to get the track settings right.
Yeah. So I'll call you on there.
Yep. Okay, there's the server, there's the password. Where is the track? Sorry guys, just takes a second to set all this up. It's kind of on the fly. 1990, track 35. Damn, when the background is right, I can't read shit. And we will need to go to the qualifying session, else everything is wrong. 22, 35, that should be alright. So, okay, I think the server's set. I just need to connect to it. Multiplier, card is selected, server list. That will be Popo. Or not. But I just checked the settings. Anyway, let me update the settings. Overwrite. Probably have to restart the server. Manager. Jesus. Stream doesn't look nice. I need to improve on that, definitely. Interesting. Server is started. So start it again. So let's see if it appears now. There you go. Wrong password. Why do I not know my own password? Oh, now we're talking. Dennis is famous now. Jesus, he's driving a race car. So is ACC on? Gotta load the setup. Sorry. Track is 33. Okay, I'll take it. Save the setup with 33 degree. What a mess. I think I should just drive now. As I'm losing too much time. Alright. Oh, now my ACC is broken and it's in a tiny window. Why? And my mouse is gone. Why is this happening to me? ACC just broke. Okay, now we're talking. Sorry. Let's drive. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. Somebody tell me when the traction control is off.
Hello.
Hello. Server's up and running.
Very good. Same password.
Yeah, something with my ass. If you remember that.
Oh yeah.
I wonder why the pressure loss happens there, but not over the sausage curbs. Did you get to drive at all?
Sorry, second.
If you got to drive at all the other day?
No, I did
Right.
the test race and it was a bit of a mess. So,
Yeah.
well, it was a fantastic experience to start with, and then yeah, no.
Proper media schooling you had.
By the way, if
Yes.
you for OBS, I noticed you said that you had a limitation on 6 pictures, but if you set a whole folder to replay
No, I
or
did that.
photo. Ah, okay.
I actually Google it, and there's some issue with the OBS software that it just picks the first 6 or 7 images or so. For whatever reason. And people complained about it in 2015. Or so. But it's definitely a longer standing issue. My test race went well. I got spun around in turn 2. Then went back to 6th or 7th or so. And then it was me and Amir going through the field, or well, the 5 cars ahead. And I think I was catching him a bit, even though my pressures were really off. So if I can fix the balance just by adjusting the pressures, I think I'm fine for the race tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but Sunday.
Can you send me the password?
Yes. Need to park the car. Not gonna work.
Yeah, don't text and drive, kids.
There you go. Now my test isn't representative anymore. Thanks.
Sorry.
So definitely have to avoid going wide in that second ESMO. I don't think I can fix it with just tiny damper adjustments.
Your lap time is invalidated. Please try
Also,
to
I
stay
should
on
use the
track.
normal braking points. Okay. Spoke to some of the F1 esports guys, just switching to that game for the event. Let's say they're a bit overwhelmed with physics.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm not a fan of the downshift protection. Somehow I was always a driver who would rape the gears.
Yeah, you just simply can't over-rev anymore. I think also the Mercedes is a little bit more protected on ACC for whatever reason.
Because I would say it does have the ref range. I feel super fast for some reason. But also grip level seems way different because I'm having the same setup, same temperature as we just had on the, I just had in the practice session. I'm missing almost a PSI on the front.
Yeah.
And half a PSI on the rear.
Well done, mate.
Maybe optimum isn't optimum. That's weird.
Hopefully it makes you a little bit slower.
Ah, faster. Because I'm on engine map 2 now and same time.
Oh yeah, because I think you can't make it on an hour with full push on the map.
Nope. Tested that. I was basically driving the whole race with engine mode 2, and then for the last 5 laps or so went to 1 again, then ended with 10 liters left. Yeah, definitely. I think there's just some difference with online and offline. For whatever reason. I'm doing 47.7 with a full tank.
Cut detected.
No, air is a bit cooler. Maybe that's it. Are you on the server yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So maybe what do you think I have to set up the pressure more for air temperature or track temperature?
Yeah, well, I guess it's time dependent, the air temperature.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But I mean, both both things kind of change. But now that the track temperature is almost the same as in my session, I think the ambient temp might be the difference. So I'm gonna have like 500 setup versions. 22 air, 33 track. 5, 6, 8. Let's see where that puts me. I will definitely at one point forget to put the images over the setup page and then leak everything.
Yeah, I think the 7 viewers will definitely take them and spread.
They'll spread like corona.
Oof.
Didn't see that coming.
Did not.
I'm happy my PC isn't running worse with streaming now. Just a typical weird ACC lags. I have to say that definitely the Ascari isn't an issue anymore. I can take curbs on all 3 bends. Even the sausages on the right hander. looking at the delta with a little disbelief, because it just seems too fast.
That seems like there's a bit more grip than we had the other day, because I have a lot of turn-in over still.
Well done, mate. Nice and
Yeah,
fast as though.
47.5 seems crazy. The best I did yesterday was 48.0 in the race. Oh yeah, we're at a different time of day as well, because my braking point at the second chicane at the shadow is wrong. What teaches us that use a braking point that doesn't change.
Reference points,
Yeah.
my man.
Felt yesterday during the race that I was starting to brake less because the leg was getting weak.
I thought you football players had strong leg.
I'm more the... Just have to find a reference player that you also know. Thomas Müller type of guy.
Yeah.
And I definitely sorted the temperature issue for the front as well.
Yeah, I heard it's quite hard on fronts, the Merc.
Yeah, not anymore. But maybe that's the temperature all around as well. I mean, the air being 22 instead of maybe 26 or so. But I don't see why 4 degree of air temperature can make such a huge difference for the overall tire.
It should not.
Yesterday was almost yellow and now it's just perfectly green. Just the inside shoulder after the corner is a bit yellowish. Easily doing 47.6. Doesn't sound right. With a heavy fuel load, I kinda can't trail into the last corner. Gets very loose then. Can have to slow it down completely, then just roll a bit or keep the speed. And then back into throttle. Another 0.6. Wow. Yesterday I had huge balance issues. I don't know, 5th lap or so, and then rears were going up to 28.5 psi. And I don't know, chicken egg problem. Did I first have the high pressures and started drifting, or did I start drifting and got the high pressures?
I think that the brake temperatures of the 4 degrees extra ambient might be causing it.
But I can still open the ducts more. I mean, they're pretty much dark blue end of straight. Feels like I should hide them though. Gives information away. Oh no, Amir is watching. Now I have to hide all information. Have to pretend I'm driving shit now. So Amir, what times are you doing? Tell me. .6. It's secret. And I'm showing my lap times. It's just a show race, Amir. No need to hide anything. Amir just dropping random lap times.
Pro gamer strats.
Yeah. 46-0 is what he says. Probably not a race set.
Closing time in sector 2.
I didn't really ever drive Brands Hatch. Someone is asking what my lap times are, but I don't really know. Depends so much on track state. Balance is fine now though. It doesn't change anymore. It was definitely an issue yesterday that moved back and forth. I had understeer, oversteer, and now it looks fine. Hmm.
I see clouds rolling in.
I can't see out of the cockpit really. Nah, don't think so, Amir. I'm fairly low. The oversteer is back.
Closing time in sector 2.
Appalling driving. Yeah, Machiavelli, if you're still there, you can just join the Discord. There's probably someone who can tell you about the lap time thing. Link should be in the description. Okay, now I'm going faster for some reason. 0.4?
Well done, mate. This has been your muscle rest.
Oh! Shall I tell you why?
Try.
On the on the other server we have 20 kilograms in the Merc.
Aha!
How do I add this here? That kinda destroys the data.
Lap invalidate.
Setup, current. Oh, I have to hide it. Shit show. What's always gonna happen? um, yeah, I will have to find out how to add weight penalties. Alt F pin Alt. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, the word weight is not in the server documentary. Ballast. Okay. Oh, I can give myself ballast via admin command. That's nice. Let me try that. You're now server admin. So what's the command? Ballast kilogram. Works like a charm. It doesn't tell me if it was successful or not. Like in their documentary, it doesn't say the logic of the command. Yeah, Amir, it's the same set I posted in the Discord, it's no secret. Ballast 21. Couldn't locate car kilogram. What? Ballast KG 120. That looks more promising. But where does it say the kilograms now? Maybe in the setup though. Nope. So 20 kilograms, will it make for half a second or more?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's worth 8/10.
How about fuck you?
Whoa! Demonetized.
Demonetized. 120. So do I have a penalty now or do I not? Drive. Let's find out. Hey. Behave.
Oh, brake check.
Why are you so close?
Super legal line.
In the mirror you look really small, but when I look back I'm scared. Oh, warping.
Big warp.
I have a feeling you're used to driving behind.
Yeah.
Hmm. Do I have the weight now? Looks like your car is lively.
Very much.
I don't think I have the weight. I'm still going as fast. Oh, the max I can add is 100, not 20, not 1000. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have it doing that lap time. I think on the server yesterday it showed in the timetable. But maybe that only shows the best lap, that's why. Hmm. So, let me add 100. So what's the command? Ballast kilogram 21. Okay, and if I type ballast kilogram 120, couldn't locate car kilogram. Wait. My brain does not work. Ballast 120 is an error. Oh, now worked. For some reason it took me 5 times to do it. If I go to time to, oh, now it says 20 kilograms. All right, sorted. Let's drive. So yeah, if you want to add weight to the car, type the same command 3 times. Oh yeah, losing a second out of turn 1. Nah. Can you add weight penalty in single player? Doesn't feel like I will lose half a second though. Does the Lambo have any penalties?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's Italian.
Yeah, but the wrong Italian.
Hey now.
I mean, Kunos is essentially Ferrari, but what do they call it? Esports Academy or so?
Yeah, maybe there's a bit of bias going on there.
Hmm. Driving bad. Yeah, I think the more interesting question is where the weight bias is applied, because it feels like it's at the rear.
What's the time? Is it 2?
3/10 worth maybe? Yeah. Definitely fucks up the balance a bit. rear pressure is higher now. So how do I reduce the rear swinging around when weight transfer situations, left, right?
Increase front bump, maybe slow bump.
Hmm. Interesting. Someone's suggesting you could see it in motec, of course, where the weight is added. It's probably easy.
But there is something weird going on with the rev limiter. I just did second gear to the limiter and it was like 118.
And then it goes down.
Or, sorry, yeah, 140 and I went to like 120 in the end.
Yeah. Noticed that before. Yeah, like the traction control kicks in mid-corner. And over 0, nice, okay.
Your lap times invalidated. Please try to
So
stay
let's find out where the ballast is applied. So how do I see it? Even when stationary in the pits, I should see how much the rear compresses, right? So I just wait here a bit, produce some data. Go back to the pits, remove the ballast. 1, 0. Did it do something? Let me check the command once more. Oh, my brain. Don't have to type ballast kilogram, just ballast. 120. Yes. Ballast 1, 0. So it should be removed now. Yes. So I can just stand here. Then drive the lap. Someone saying I should type it 3 times just to be sure. Okay, 20 kilogram might be a lot.
We should do some LFS after so we can reset our expectations of simulation.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
But did they actually push an update or just told us about an update coming at Christmas?
Yeah, it's that early 2009 announcement. We're still waiting.
Yeah.
But no, they released a picture on the Twitter today, this evening, that they were doing a DX11 update, and they
Yeah.
posted a picture of
Yeah,
South
I saw
Sea
that. I
out of
saw
the
that. But
cap. Yeah.
is it actually a downloadable update or?
No, not yet. I think they want to do the big overhaul with night and day cycles and everything. It's just
Mm.
10 years.
Yeah, like pretty soon. Wait, are you muted? No. You still there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure because I'm using loads of shortcuts to control for all the screens I'm showing. So let's go for the last lap. And where is my parking time? Speed is low there. I should be in the pits at some point. But that doesn't work. Hmm. 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 Um. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of seconds going on. Need to change something. Okay. None of this makes sense in the data. Okay, so in the file, the car becomes stationary, and then within one click, 2 minutes pass.
Very nice.
And the car travels 1 meter in 2 minutes. So I think I need to park somewhere on the track, do a lap with weight ballast, and then do the same without. Painful. So painful. So right now, no weight ballast drive, and the qualifying is ending 5 minutes. Are you in a fast lap or so?
Very much.
Then I wait for you to finish, and then I restart the session.
I'll just finish this one. You can spectate my beautiful driving in the meantime.
Good idea. Very, very good idea. Hmm. Do you need coaching, mate?
Yeah, definitely.
Looked a bit hesitant on the turn in.
How to lose 1/10?
Tiny oversteer.
And how to lose another 10.
So you're done.
No, no.
Slash.
Just gonna do the exact same.
Well, I was really expecting they would put the white bias in the middle, and I could have lived with it, but this fucks up my car. Wow, you increase your lap time even. Okay.
Dead.
Yes.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okay, so no weight penalty right now. So I do a lap. Or two. and then park somewhere.
Is there a way that you know of to turn off that master switch, whatever, so you need 2 buttons to start?
Come again?
So when you switch on the Lambo, you first have to press the kill switch and then start the car? But only for the first session. It can be a little bit
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah, same. No, the Mercedes was on, but my lap time is already also 5 minutes, even though the session just restarted.
Wow, pretty. Yeah, mine is 1 minute and 2, which makes up.
I probably just do 2 laps, just to be sure I actually produce the data I want, before I do it twice. I have a feeling this lap is not gonna be the one I'm looking for. Or being shown to me in motec. Nice. Come on. Yeah, indeed. Need to make sure the road is flat, but actually, I just park the car at a certain spot, and if I just use the same spot, should be alright. Even if it's not flat. Yeah. How much time passes just to test some shit like this?
Days.
Yeah. So this is the place. Wait. The car is so much nicer without the weight penalty.
It's so strange. The temperatures of my tires are now higher, but the pressure is like 0.4 lower than the
Nice. How's the session settings? Did it change?
Can't tell.
I'm gonna take a look. We had 20 through air and 33 track.
Yeah.
Okay, 159.2 is the lap. Return to the pits. Nah, same temperature.
Weird.
Yep. So now, need to get the ballast. Slash ballast 120. Yes. Yes. Drive again. I remember when the first time I drove Netcar. Do you remember it?
Yep.
like the what do you call it, predecessor of AC.
Yeah, it was a good game, to be honest.
Yes, but I just remembered because you said the kill switch is so annoying. And I think in that game I couldn't drive that one Formula car because I couldn't find all the buttons you have to press before the car actually drives. Italians. Can't tell you, Kevin. You can join, Amir. I'll send you the password when I'm in the pits. When you're driving, you at least can't watch the stream and steal my setup. But you'll get 30 kilos, Amir. I bet it's on the rear.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap so far.
1 second, Amir, 1 second. Where's he? Where's he? Where's he? So, we want to go to motec, I believe. Let's have a look. So 159 and the other 159. I just did two 159s and they're not here. Fuck my life. I knew it would screw up the data. I knew it. I don't know why though. I'm confused. The car is never in parking position. Maybe I have the wrong file. Wait. This is very strange. No. Definitely the correct file. Just lap times are all very weird. So I did park the car, but when the car is 0, no data is recorded. Now that's some shit. Anyway, let's take those values here. So, ride height front, 57. Ride height rear. Same? Oh yes, it's at the rear only. Nice. But then I'm on the throttle again. Shit show. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? It's very weird that there's no data recording when the car is stationary. Just time passes. Like 10 seconds just pass with within 1 meter. But no data recordings. Maybe. Oh, idiot. Now I got it. Okay, that's easier now. Suspension trouble. Let's time distance. Now we're talking. So, front 52 something. Ride height 52. Okay. And the rear is 64 to 65 without the weight penalty. And now, if I go to fuck my life, what's happening here? '65 on the rear. 65 on the rear. 65 on the rear. Doesn't make sense at all. Okay, let's lay them over one another. Let me just move this a little further. So the car is stationary for quite some time. So the front is... Nah, there is no real difference, I have to say. Suspension travel on the rear is a bit more... on the one with weight, about 1 millimeter here, 1.5. But it gets less the longer you park. Dennis, tell me, does that make any sense to you?
Less tire pressure.
Nah, I did the exact same thing. But yeah, it's different. You're right, there's something. Let me find the other Why is it so hard to produce proper data in this shit program? Super
Just
low.
roll at 1 km/h and you should be.
Here. No. But I can't click there. That's weird. Something is broken so much. There's a point in the lab I can't click into. Doesn't allow me. Okay, I found so many bugs right now. Yeah, tire pressure is different. So I just have to do it again. Oh, I didn't go to the pits. Admin. Not admin. Ballast. 9220. So I need to remove the ballast once more for myself. I didn't go back to pits. That's why the file wasn't created. How dumb am I? So without and with. Suspension trouble. Cheers. Okay. Pressure is about the same. Suspension trouble is... It's fairly eco, I have to say. So the front goes down a bit less because the spring is harder, I guess. And in terms of ride height, front goes down 0.2 millimeters, rear goes down 0.4, 0.3, 0.4. Minor difference. So it's in the middle, I'd say.
Well, correctly, it should be on the passenger side of the car.
So we can compare left, right. Yeah, maybe. I think it's like the difference is so tiny. And my setup is slightly asymmetric. Nah, I think it's in the middle. Maybe middle right side, but we're talking 0.02 millimeters. So unlikely. All right. So have to go to the setup. Mm -mm -mm -mm. 20 kilograms. What did you say? I shall change. Make the front bump harder.
What?
To
Oh yeah.
explanation, just so I know what I'm doing. But why would I want the front to grip faster when the rear is kind of sluggish?
Well, you're transferring less weight to the corners on the front, so you're allowing more weight to stay.
But it could also just increase the roll bar.
Yeah, but that's a big change compared to one click extra bump.
And I could also decrease a little bump on the rear. Something like that. Let's try it. I'm so thirsty. For example, I could change the splitter on the front as well. Or make the car harder altogether or so. But 20 kilo doesn't sound enough to change the springs, or?
No, it shouldn't be. It should be a relatively small change just to slow down the suspension a little.
Hmm. Not sure if I have adapted my driving or if it's really doing something. Or maybe I have to. Too many shit going on.
Got a
0.8.
mail to you, Russell,
Nothing changed. Um, think I have to double check if I actually gave me the weight penalty. It's starting to
Yellow
become
flag
dumb.
in sector 3. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Hmm. I'm not sure. No, I didn't give myself the weight penalty. How can I be so dumb, man? It hurts. It hurts. Now. Okay, let's see. That's still just oversteering. Like in all situations, just oversteering.
Was
Can also just add a bit more tire pressure in the front.
Doesn't feel like a clean solution. Tires look fine.
There's a slow car behind.
It kind of helps when I turn it earlier. But then the line is shit. Last corner is just horrible. There's no way to get the car through there without drifting. Yeah, sorry I can't show my throttle inputs because I'm on a ultra wide and I already pushed the menu inwards a bit. Or not the menu, the HUD.
Losing time in sector 3. Cut detected.
Um, Damn it. Let me change a few things on the set again. I don't know if it helped what you suggested, Dennis. Not sure.
Hmm.
Hmm. So the way you think about the dampers is that you limit the weight shift by making them harder, generally.
Yes.
So I could also, when I have turn in oversteer now, just increase rebound on the rear.
As in making it softer, opening up.
But wouldn't that allow the car to pitch forward more, transfer weight more to the front?
Yes, but you also have less contact with the rear, so the initial turn-in will be a little bit better because you have the rear more on the load, because you allow the rear tires to sort of follow the curvature of, follow the ground a bit more than,
Okay, now
like, it's
start
a good
over.
way to, yeah, okay, it's a good way to gain sort of braking stability. Like if you have braking instability and an initial turn-in, if you open up the rebound on the rear, you allow the rear to be a little bit higher, so
Yeah.
that the car is a little bit more stable on the entry.
Hmm.
So if you're completely stiff on the rebound, it's great through corners because you don't have a lot of pitch movement.
Mm-hmm.
That creates a lot of stability. But on the braking, it makes the car very nervous because you're not moving the weight anywhere, so it's not coming up, so it has to try and go in,
Yeah.
in a different direction. So energy will always move in whatever direction will come first.
Let's say I don't have much rebound left to change on the rear downwards.
Yeah.
um, but I can still do harder bump on the front, right?
Yes.
And still softer bump on the rear. It's gonna look very weird. And rebound at the front isn't really an issue so far. So just then corner exit, because my impression is if I increase rebound on the front, then I get more understeer corner exit
Yes, that is
in low speed
correct.
scenarios.
Yeah.
And high speed with lots of downforce, it's the opposite because I keep the front down.
Sorry, you. Hold on, I'm trying to watch data in the meantime. That's
Sorry.
stupid. What are you trying to say? Repeat again.
Front rebound, making
Yes,
it
sir.
harder. Corner exit, understeer.
In some cases,
It's okay. Hmm.
like if it's out of turn one here, then I would actually say it's probably just gonna cause the car to slide on the exit because you're not allowing any weight to come towards the rear. So there's no pitch, so you're not moving traction toward.
So,
But like one or two clicks, can make uh, a difference that always makes it in the right direction, and it doesn't have to be like in the most logical way, but
hmm.
if it just slows down in any direction, it usually.
So I go up or down to get my result.
You can want more exit understeer, so more traction on the rear.
When I go lower with the rebound on the front.
Yeah, what are you trying to achieve?
So, yeah, I'm out of the last corner. I definitely have more oversteer now with a weight penalty. So I'd like some understeer back in the car. Not actual understeer, just no oversteer out of last corner.
Maybe I think that's more if you can change the bump stop range on the front. That would probably help a little bit there because there you're on a lot of, and you're basically on the rubbers there, I think.
Um, and what's the target? Allowing more range on the front, allowing more downforce. You're
It's a feeling. Try it.
you're clueless.
Absolutely.
Nice.
It could also just be that the I don't know what your rear anti-roll bar is, but you can also try to go up because sometimes you just overroll the rear, and
Hmm.
adding kilos wouldn't make sense. That it could probably overload in some places, and just making a softer rear anti-roll bar doesn't always mean more understeer.
So too many options that can either do A or B.
Yes, but this is Monza. You can't have a nice race car.
Still the target though. But it's good to know that I'm not the only one being puzzled.
Yeah. It's already 1:30.
What a shit show. No, it's 2:30 in game. Oh, someone making advertisements for me. Thanks, Eric. We might found something, Dennis.
Huh.
I feel an actual change in the car.
Oh.
Not sure which direction, and then if in all scenarios, but there's a change. So now do all this in a 90-minute practice session.
Yeah, no. That's why there's people who are getting paid to make setups and people who are made to,
Yeah.
or getting paid to drive them.
Are you getting paid now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's better.
I am jumping on the other PC again.
You're done driving?
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is way too much practice. I'm used to like 20 minutes and then you do the...
Yeah. You don't fancy a win, do you?
Nah.
Should at least be in front of Perro.
Lapping by the net.
Yeah, Dennis doesn't really have the best publicity, so to say. He got himself into racing by racing well, not by having good social media. He's actually in the game, you can choose him in the Lambo. very close with Amir. Look at that. No, I wasn't in the test race on Wednesday. I came late, so I had to join the second server. But I was there with Amir, and we were battling. At least remotely. Can still do for some pressure adjustments now, probably with a weight difference. Looks like it.
I am back.
Hello.
Losing time is sector 2.
Didn't you, no, PB with those settings, but just by half a tenth?
Well, half a tenth or something.
Yeah, not sure it's down to the setup, other than, well, it could be driving. Or maybe just more confidence, and then it would be the setup again. Yeah, I can definitely go faster into the Lesmos. Just have to get my braking on point again.
Please try to stay on the track.
Oh boy. Okay, one more lap. Feel like I lost pressure again. Yeah, way more confidence through the first Lesmo. Entry into second still shit. Especially when I try to push.
Yeah, it's one of those corners where it's not really worth it.
do one more. But definitely lost pressure again, can see it.
Losing time in sector 2.
Stupid game. Delta says plus 1/10 and then it's 2.5. Accidentally braking on the right point for turn 1.
That
Thought
helps.
I missed the shield.
Yeah, but getting that second less move right every lap is so weird. Or hard even.
Yeah. I'm doing alright. Delta still, well, was green until the last straight. Yeah, that's alright. I just keep going. Oh, Amir improved.
You're done now, boy?
Damn, this gearing. Just like to have that tiny bit more torque in the third out of the last modes.
Well, you didn't lose that much time this time.
Now. Okay.
Done some severe damage on the front of the car.
Practice over.
Oh, yeah. That's where you park your truck and then you start to go home.
That's a rip.
Yep.
Amir was coming from the pits, so that lap doesn't count. Check the sectors. Nah, he got 2/10 right away. First sector 1, second sector easily 1. Doesn't look like full fuel. I don't trust that time. He never had a .0 before. Why is he not shifting to 6th?
It's
He's raping the car. TC3. Wow. Yeah, his tires won't survive that long. He's more confident with car placement. He's braking on the white line. I leave some security gap, certainly.
The Merc just looks so effortless to drive.
Mm-hmm.
The Lambo, you're like doing 15 corrections before you're at the apex, and then another 10 to exit the corner.
Yeah. That's how every lap looks for me.
He was even on the grass down the braking, Jesus.
He was frustrated. Let me save the setup. I think this was a good. Wait, need to black it out. 33 track, save, and then I just need to check if I actually had too few pressure. I'd say thank everyone for joining. I call it a day. I'll probably be practicing tomorrow, and I will be streaming the race on Sunday. I think the whole thing starts 1:30 p.m. CET or so, and then goes to 6 p.m. in the evening. So quite a lengthy event. I'll be live. See you then. I'd say bye bye.